All right, let's try that again.
Yeah, several people can't get on, so thanks.
Okay. Well, this is being recorded, so if anybody can't get on, they can access the recording. And again, it's a pleasure to be here, guys. Thanks so much. This is Tam Murphy. I'm here with my wife, Tammy, and we're really, really excited to share with you guys the journey we've been on, more than anything, and that's what we would call it, is a journey, a life-changing journey in several ways. And so what we thought we would do is first I'd give you my feelings about the program coming from my background as a fitness professional. And then from there, we're going to share some of the results from not only our results, but some of the other test group participants.
You are in a Zoom meeting now. There are over 10 participants in the meeting. This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry, guys. I'm just looking at the chat messages here. Yeah. Okay. If you guys have questions and stuff like that, I'm not going to be able to access the chat during the presentation because it'll just be overwhelming. So what we can do at the end is I'll go back to the chat box, and if there's any questions we haven't already answered, we can revisit them. So basically, this program, just to shed some insight, we began our journey back in early August as part of the Beachbody test group. And it was really an honor and a privilege to be invited into this test group. It was me, Tammy, and 25 other coach participants from within the network. And most of the coaches that were in this group were pretty big Star Diamond leaders. So there were some real reputable coaches that we were working with. We were put into a challenge group, and I have to say it was probably the most energizing, exciting, inspiring challenge group that I've ever been a part of. And the thing that was great in going through that process was really understanding what a kick-ass challenge group feels like. You know, it really gave you the understanding of why challenge groups are so motivating for people. And that's why, as coaches, we want to be organizing challenge groups for our participants. So we went through this journey, and my background in fitness goes back a long way. I've been in the gym industry since 1986. My mother opened up her first health club. So I've been on the fitness road for a long time. I've been a trainer. I've been an instructor. I'm a Les Mills national trainer, and currently I am the managing partner of Gold's Gym in Newburgh, New York. It's a very large, multifaceted health club. So suffice it to say that I have a tremendous amount of experience in the fitness industry, having done many programs, having done all kinds of training, and I have stayed in decent shape for most of my life. But our son was born 2 years ago. So Cole came along. Tammy and I moved 3 different times in the past 2 years, and it really kind of derailed me from working out consistently, from eating properly the way I'd been used to eating. And as a result, I kind of softened up. I lost my peak physical shape. And so when we got invited into the test group, I said to Tammy, look, we don't know much about this program, but let's just stick to it, like exactly as we're told, and not stray one iota from the plan. And that's what we did for 60 days. And I can tell you, so if you want to write the first thing down, I'm going to say that in all my years of professional fitness experience, the Master's Hammer and Chisel is the most effective, results-driven program, 60-day program ever created. I put this in the league of beyond P90X because of what we experienced and the results that we saw. And not only us, but the other people in the group as well. And there's a big reason for it. And that reason is, and Tammy's going to share a lot about the program itself, but the biggest thing about why it's so effective is because not only are the workouts amazing, but also you are dialed into a very precise nutrition strategy based on your goals. So the two go hand in hand in this program. And that's how we get the results that we see. So what I'm going to do is a screen share that shows my results. I'm going to show some of the results from the test group participants. and then Tammy's as well, and she'll share with you what her experience was like going through this program. All right, so let me do a screen share here. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so this was my transformation in 60 days. And when you look at the statistics, I mean, visually, when we had the pictures, I was kind of like, and don't get me wrong, this was a professional photo shoot that we had done at the end, because we just felt, wow, like let's really do this because of the great results we have. So we did it. But the results there that I achieved, I lost 3 pounds. So I went from 176 pounds to 173 pounds. I lost 3 inches off my waist, but I gained a ½ inch overall. So in my shoulders, my chest, my arms, and my thighs, I had gained a ½ inch overall. And what those statistics mean is that I shed a tremendous amount of body fat and sculpted and built lean muscle. And that's the goal that a lot of people have when it comes to exercise. And so I was really thrilled with what this did in terms of transforming my body. It was so effective that at the end of the 60 days, I was encouraged by many people to actually do a physique show. I've never done a physique show. Like, it's just never, bodybuilding and physique shows. I never ventured into that world. And I said, okay, I'm going to go for it. And I actually did a physique show a couple of weeks after this picture was taken, and I took 5th out of 10 people in my class. So the Masters Hammer and Chisel was that effective for me to get these kinds of results. So let me show you some other results. We've obviously continued. I've continued into a second.
You are in a Zoom meeting now. There are over 10 participants in the meeting. This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry, guys. This is after 83 days. So, I've really reached the point where I don't think I can go much further, but I'm going to maintain this lifestyle because of how awesome I feel. Here are some of the others. This is Doug Couch, who actually is one of the founding coaches in the network. So here's a guy who's 51 years old, and his 60-day results were profound. Look where he's at now at day 96. So Doug is nearing the final phase of his second round, and he's gone from this to this simply by following this program. This is Danette Anderson.
Miss Virginia.
Miss Virginia. Come on in there. 60-day results. Emma Wiley. Somebody's got a microphone that's not muted, so just double check to make sure your microphone is muted. Okay, then we have Tara Carr. Now, Tara had just had a baby. I believe it was her second baby. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was her second baby, and so it was great having her in the test group, because as you can see, some of the people, when they came into the test group, including Tammy and myself, we were relatively fit. It wasn't like we were really overweight and we had, major changes that we needed to do. And yet we still went to that really incredible place with our results. And then you have the people who, have, weight that they're trying to lose and get back to the bodies that they once had, especially following pregnancy. So Tara Carr lost 20.2 pounds and 22.5 inches. This is Caleb Thomas, Coach Caleb. Went from being flat to having a 6-pack. David Atkins. Again, just incredible. So with that, we save the best for last. we go to Tammy. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I want to let Tammy just kind of share her results, what she felt, and then a bit more about the program and what you can expect. So go for it, Tam.
Hey guys, sorry I've been popping in and out. I really want to get this video to you because it'll give you an insight as to all the moves, or most of the moves, and what you can expect. But my results, I lost 5 pounds, 5.5 inches. 4 of those was off my waist. So I've said before, I call this program the shapeshifter. I was a size 2 going in, I was a size 2 coming out, but I was a very different size 2. I feel very tight. I feel really strong. I have a lot of energy. You know, being a mom to a 21-month-old, 43 years old, commuting 4 hours a day and working full-time in finance to pull off these results is nothing short of a miracle, I think. So I'm really happy with the results. And I love this program. This program, it's my new soulmate program. I mean, it's awesome. It is, it has a lot of diversity in it. It's very, very unique. Every day is like a total body workout. So, you know, you have most of your traditional weightlifting, and this is a weightlifting program. So when you look at things like Body Beast, you know, you're doing chest one day, back another day, arms, etc. Every single day in the Master's Hammer and Chisel is a full body workout, and you're hitting every muscle group every single day. 30 to 40 minutes is the length of the videos. I think 43 is the longest one, 23 is the shortest, but on average it's about 30 to 40 minutes. And then on some days there's a 10-minute ab video that's added on as well. So
we're day 83. Those are day 83.
Yes, day 83.
Go Tam.
going.
The equipment.
And the equipment. So, you know, a lot of people have asked, do I need a bench? So when we show you the video that we put together, you're going to see the moves with the bench and the moves without the bench or using a ball. It's a little misleading, some of it, because you think, well, the bench is probably the best way to go. But I got to tell you, I did some of the moves without the bench, and some of them are more challenging. Now, mind you, the step-up moves, there's a lot of leg work where you're stepping up on the bench, you're going over the bench, you're crossing over. That is, I think, good to have a bench for. But
go down the list.
Yeah, so Donnie's trying to keep me on track here. This is my first webinar.
First hangout.
So dumbbells, I used from 5 to 30. Donnie's got 35 here. I guess he's thinking that there's a lot of women
You'll be doing 35 next week.
than me.
Next week she'll be doing 35.
Yeah. But the 5 pounds, what I used the 5 pounds for, and I didn't use them often, I think maybe on 2 to 3 moves, for shoulder work. When you look at the video as well, something to keep in mind is each workout that you're seeing, you might, oh, that's okay, but the way that they deliver the workouts is different. So you might be holding something for a long period of time. You might be doing different reps or different, keeping your muscles under tension for long periods of time. So the amount of weights will vary. So 5 pounds usually for a lot of the shoulders, and the 30s for a lot of squats, heavier weights for the legs. We have a yoga mat or like a warm-up mat, whatever, a comfort mat. Resistance bands. So in terms of the resistance band, all of Siggy's warm-ups start with a band. So you'll need something lightweight that you can just do some stretching with.
That should say band. Sorry, guys. That's a typo on my part.
And then there's 2 exercises that require a band, but you'll see them in the video, and you could totally use weights for them as well if you didn't want to use a band or if you didn't have a heavier band. Pull-up bar. So a lot of pull-ups in the Master's Hammer and Chisel. I used the assist band. My goal was to try to do a pull-up by the end of it. Unfortunately, maybe in round 2 I'll get there, but I haven't got there yet.
Chin-ups are doing.
Yes, but not a pull-up. So, and we've already talked about the bench.
Okay. So that's your summation of equipment, guys. And the one thing with the equipment, for some people, especially guys, having dumbbells at home that go up that heavy may not be ideal for a lot of your potential customers, or even you for that matter. And so what I love most about this program, or one of the things I loved about the program among many, is the fact that it's great for a gym environment too. Like if somebody is a member of a gym, they get the Master's Hammer and Chisel, they can stream the workouts on their phone through Beachbody On Demand, and they can just follow the workouts in their gym. So if somebody doesn't want to go out and invest in all the equipment, meaning heavy dumbbells and an adjustable bench, have them do it in their local gym. So there you have it. It really is a program that can be done anywhere. It's just personal preference. Let's take them to nutrition.
Yeah, the nutrition, it follows the portion system, the portion container system
Right.
from,
Yeah, exactly. And I just want to clarify the illustration on the screen, guys. This is the portion fix eating plan. So I don't want you to think it's portion fix that you're getting with the Master Hammer and Chisel. It's the portion container system, such as the same one that you've seen in the 21-day fix.
Yeah, we're not sure, Donnie and I aren't sure if the calculation's the same to put you in the same groups as
Right.
it is for the other programs. But it's a similar concept. You know, it's using your gender, your weight, your lifestyle, your goals to determine what bracket you go in, A through F. I was calculated to be put in plan B, but I do have a high metabolism and I wanted to gain a little bit of mass. So I went to plan C. I ate between 1,800 and 2,100 calories a day. I did, however, drop that down in my last couple weeks to plan B. But yeah, so the nutrition system is exactly the same as the 21-day fix, the container system. The two together work wonderful.
Yeah, and I think that's, we said it on the slide, guys, 75% of your results. This is the part that is often missed by people, and I think Beachbody has figured it out better than anybody in the fitness industry. You have to eat right. You have to fuel your body with the proper balance of protein, carbs, veggies, fruit, and healthy fats. And this program just dials you into your plan based on your lifestyle, your weight, and your goals. It's going to tell you exactly how many portions of each nutrient group you should be consuming. So you just plan accordingly and make sure you do the nutrition. It's the critical piece. It's 75% of your results. That's not an exaggeration. You cannot out-train a poor diet.
Yeah, I think, and for those that kind of dismiss the nutrition part and think they're just going to do the exercises, I don't think you're going to get the results.
Yep.
Just to give you an example for myself, I ate really clean. I went on a bit of a health journey at the beginning of January for some self-healing for my thyroid, and I ate very, very clean. And you saw my before pictures. I was thin, whatever, but I didn't have that definition, and I ate super clean. So when I was coming into this program, I thought, well, this is going to be, fairly easy because I've already got the nutrition dialed in, and I already worked out. I had done Body Beast, I had done a bunch of the other programs, and you saw my before pictures. Now in 60 days, when I actually dialed in that nutrition to the right portions, that was a game changer.
Yeah, and the thing that struck me, so that was really mind-blowing from Tammy's perspective, and then from my perspective, with the working out that I've been doing for years and the classes that I've been teaching, most of my working out has always been from an hour to an hour and 20 minutes a day. Like that was my average workout length on a daily basis. So when I came into this program, in the beginning, I was kind of like, oh, wait a minute, these workouts are only like 30 to 40 minutes. There's no way I'm going to really be able to maintain or get the results that I want. And the conclusion that I reached as a result of this program was that for most of my life, I've been overtraining. You do not have to train for more than 45 minutes a day. You don't have to. Follow the diverse workouts that this provides for 30 to 40 minutes and eat right, and you'll get mind-blowing results. That was like a big aha moment for me in the world of training. And so the Master Hammer and Chisel is kind of like a game changer for even the people that are already working out and have a bit of fitness background. All right.
I guess the nutrition too is, and it's the same as a 21-day fix probably for most of the test group participants got put into their plan. They started eating and they thought, wow, that's a lot of food. But by day 3, obviously the metabolisms are kicking in. They were starving.
We're all starving.
They were really hungry.
Yeah.
And also with the workout programs in the first week, so you start 3 days, then you get a break. Thursday is what they have as a break. And this was our experience. I don't know if the real product coming out December 1st will be the same. But we started on a Monday. We went Tuesday, Wednesday. And those were really, they were pretty intense.
Yeah, it was kind of like, whoa, what the heck?
Is some crazy moves in it.
Yeah.
But although they were a bit crazy, come near the middle of the week, I think Donnie was saying, wow, this isn't going to be enough. I feel like I need to lift more.
Right.
It's coming. You'll get your butt crushed.
That's it. Yeah. It's kind of like they ease you into this thing.
But then again, some of them they're really hard when you
It's
show up.
intense.
Yeah.
It's intense in just a very different way. You guys, I had never done more than half the moves that are in this program. You know, it's kind of like, wow, this is different. And even now when I do it in the gym, Tammy and I will do this in the gym, and members are kind of looking at us like, what the hell are they doing? You know, it's just so unique. It's so different. And that's what we really loved about it.
And there's also some very basic, you know, the total body workouts, both from Hammer and Chisel, they each have one. Very basic moves.
Yeah.
But again, some of them are delivered in very unique formats. You know, imagine doing a push-up, 10 reps, hold it down for 10 seconds, immediately go into 10 more reps, hold it for 10 seconds, another 10 reps, hold it for 10 seconds. That's called strength. It's a killer.
Yeah.
But it's a push-up.
Yeah.
So that's why when you see the moves on the video, don't be like, oh, it's just a push-up. How it's delivered is completely different in each workout.
So what we'll do is we'll show you now. I just want to do a little quick discussion on the supplements. You know, what would we recommend? What was our personal experience with supplementation? And then we'll show you this. It's a 9-minute video that we put together that shows you a big majority of the moves that are part of the program. So you really will get an understanding of what exactly you're going to be doing or your customers will be doing.
No, there is the first part of it is just the bench and the ball. So it'll show the bench move first and then the ball. But there are a lot of other workout or moves as well that aren't, I think we did a lot of bench work.
Right, yeah.
I put a lot of bench moves in there so people can get an idea if they need a bench. Because we could appreciate some people might not want to buy a bench or they didn't have access to a gym.
So in terms of the supplements throughout the program, Shakeology every day, I mean, that's just a no-brainer for me, and I've been drinking it for almost 4 years. And then Tammy will share her journey as well. With the performance line, I did buy the performance line, bought the entire thing, and started using it. And the Energize is not something that I need. And I did try it one day, and I thought my eyes were going to pop out of my head. It was just too much for me. I'm very sensitive to it. So I didn't continue with the Energize. The Hydrate, I took it here and there, but it just wasn't something I felt I needed to continue investing in. I just drink water when I train. I didn't feel I needed to hydrate. Recover, phenomenal. It's just a very high quality whey-based protein recovery shake. The Vanilla Recharge was another protein supplement that was taken before bed to really help with repair and recovery and diminish any soreness. Like it was really good for that. And then creatine. Yes, I took creatine throughout the program. So I did use, call it 3 parts of the performance line for about half of the program. And the reason it was only half was because I ran out of my first order and I didn't put it on HD. I ran out of my first order and I had some leftover supplements that I figured I would just finish those off rather than re-up my order of the performance line. But I have since reordered the performance line and I will be doing it throughout the entire program as I continue into the future. Go ahead, Tam, with Shakeology and what you felt.
My only supplements, I did a protein. I didn't do any of the Beachbody line because I don't eat gluten, dairy, or soy. So the whey protein is out, and I just tested intolerant to spinach of all things. So I've had to just recently eliminate Shakeology. So I just took an egg white protein. I did do creatine, and I loved it. I felt so strong. Yeah. Ladies, creatine. I know people are like, should I take creatine? I know even the girls in the test group were really questioning it. And yeah, I took it and loved it. Beachbody recommended that we stop it 10 days before or after photos because it does bring on an element of bloat. So don't get discouraged from that either when you're trying to, if you do start it. The results will come in 60 days if you just follow it. You will feel stronger, but 10 days before your after photos, I would stop to get rid of that bloat. The Energize, like Donnie said, I think I was the guinea pig there, and I did a full scoop.
It was funny.
Mistake. I told him. So I think when he said his eyes popped out, he'd only done a half of it or something. And
yeah,
I had done a full scoop. I went to work high. I think I came down around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was awful. So I didn't do that anymore. I think that's it on the supplements.
Yeah. So before we show you this video of the moves, we want to see if you have any questions. And keep in mind that after the video, the last thing that I want to talk about is how do you position your coach business to really knock this out of the park with your customers moving into December and January. And we have some ideas we want to share with you that Tammy and I have decided to implement. We also want to talk about who are the people that this program is suitable for. So we'll get to that information. So we're going to show the video first. But before I do that, are there any questions that anybody would want to ask at this time? And you can go ahead and just stop the share for a moment. You can go ahead and just type them into the chat box if you have anything that you like to add. Let's see, are there modifications for pregnant and breastfeeding women? There are modifications, yes. And so you'll see some of those modifications in the program.
Yeah, if you're pregnant, I know, and I don't know how far along you are, but I had a lot of stretching where my uterus was growing, and I probably wouldn't have been able to lift weights, but you could probably do the step-ups and the moves on maybe instead of a bench, something a bit lower, like one of those stepper things.
Yeah, I think probably too would have to do with like how far along is somebody in their pregnancy.
Yeah.
And you'll see with the moves that we show, okay, would that be something that a pregnant woman should be doing?
Yeah, just think, squats, lunges, military presses, chest press, tricep kickbacks. Some of the moves are very basic. But I think it depends on how far along you are and how you feel. I know I did have some stretching in one part of my pregnancy, and I wouldn't even have thought to pick up weights.
The trainers alternate in it's pretty much every other day. They don't in the set of workouts that we had 12 total workouts.
I don't know if I can share this with them. I can't really.
Our understanding is that there may be more workouts with the final product, which would be cool because that was the thing that was exciting. There's so much diversity. And one of the points that Tammy made, which I thought was really awesome, is that during the 60 days, not 1 week repeated itself.
No, like here's the lineup. So, so Chisel balance, hammer plyometrics, iso strength Chisel, that's the isometric holds that I was talking about. Then you have a day off, and it's iso speed hammer, Chisel endurance, total body hammer, Chisel cardio. I'm into week 2. I haven't repeated yet. Max hammer strength, Chisel agility. It goes on. There's 12 workouts, and you're not repeating. I think in the first 2 weeks any workout. It's really cool.
And it's 6 days a week you're training. You got 1 day off, and like Tammy said, 30 to 40 minutes a day. Question: do you have to eat certain macros at certain times of the day with the nutrition plan? What do you typically eat? If you've not followed the portion system, you'll have all the macronutrient groups laid out for you, and it'll spell out exactly how many portions of each you should consume throughout the day. When you consume them is up to you. They just recommend that you consume them throughout the day, which for most of us means several meals throughout the day. So what they do in terms of what you specifically want to eat, they just list out the different food items under each portion container, and you choose what you want to eat based on what you like. And they've set it up so that the top 1/3 of the list is the most nutrient dense foods. So they go from most nutrient dense to least nutrient dense, and you just choose from the lists accordingly.
And that's same as 21 Day Fix now. Same strategy, same principle applies.
Greg Plaskett just chimed in with there are 2 more additional workouts to what we've done in the test group. So that's great news. Energy level at the beginning of the program, how was it? So how would you describe our energy at the beginning versus the end? We're both active.
Because we were in the test group, everybody was fired up.
Yeah, we were very fired up.
It went through a different period. So the first week you're getting used to the programs. I would recommend, and we can get into that when we talk about the business side of it, but it's important to watch the DVDs before you do them. It's unlike any other Beachbody program where you're like, I'll just do it for the first week, and then I'll know what to do in the second week. You're not going to see that workout for another week and a half, so you better watch it before to get the most out of your 30 minutes and write everything down. And then I think in week 2, felt really strong. Week 3 felt really strong, and then it started to taper off. Almost every single person in the test group, I would say in weeks 4 and 5, really started questioning everything. They didn't trust the nutrition. They didn't know they should be taking different supplements. They felt bloated. They felt like it just wasn't working. Their strength disappeared. And then it came back full force in the remaining weeks. So there is a bit of a lull. All 27 people in the test group felt it.
It's kind of like there's a method to the madness of how they put the program together. It's very scientifically based, is what I gather. And we all kind of went through that cycle of crashing. And then all of a sudden you came out of it on the other side like Hercules. And it was just an amazing feeling, and everybody went through it. So they really have got this thing dialed in from what we experienced. Yeah, the FAQ says that the launch will be December 1st. December 1st is apparently when the program will be available. The question that is asked, what if you teach fitness classes and want to follow the program as well? Is there an option for how many calories you take in? So again, you're going to have the portion container system dictate to you, based on your goals, your lifestyle, and your gender. It's going to dictate to you how many calories you should be consuming by the number of portions that you're taking in. Now, if you're going to, because I teach classes as well, I actually, to stay religious to the program, I got subs for just about every one of my classes because I felt that it would be overtraining to do other workouts in addition to this. So what I would recommend is that if you are an instructor and you are teaching classes, you may want to just not do your hammer and chisel workout that day. Just do it the following day. So instead of your program lasting 60 days, say you're teaching 2 classes a week, okay, 2 times 8 is 16. This is going to take you 76 days to complete, if that makes sense. Just don't do the workouts on the days that you're teaching would be my suggestion.
The bonus workout. So 10-minute ab hammer and 10-minute ab chisel. They were in our test group. And they're added on. I think we only did them in the first month. We did abs 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the first month, and they're added on the back of one of the other 30 to 40-minute programs. I think the longest one is here, Chisel Balance with 10-minute ab chisel. I'm wondering, Sigi keeps coming on our page saying you guys don't know what you're in for. So I'm wondering if there is a bit of a twist to the one that's coming out compared to what we did in the test group.
Yeah.
I know we did in Connecticut, they had the cardio. That wasn't in our test group.
Yep.
And that was a little quick hit of 20 minutes. And I said to Donnie, because there's not a lot of cardio in this, it's weightlifting. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with some cardios as a blast at the end of some of these workouts to shred more fat. I don't know. But that's just a thought, because there wasn't much cardio. There's one called Chisel Cardio, but it's all weightlifting.
Yeah. It's
just faster.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna pull up this video that we put together, and you can just have a look. It's about 9 minutes. So it's just a lot of moves that you're gonna see, but we felt it would really give you an understanding of what to expect. And what you want to keep in mind as you're watching this is when you see the moves on their own, some of them you look at and you go, well, it doesn't seem that challenging, or it seems very doable. But the way these moves are sequenced back to back to back in these different workouts, it's like you're constantly going through another day of full body circuit training with very little rest between the exercises. And when you train that way, you are just burning body fat. It's metabolic weight training. You're burning body fat, you're sculpting and leaning out muscle. And that's the goals that, a lot of people have. So we'll show you the videos and
excuse my form and some of these.
Oh, it's good. All right. So let me do a screen share here. Hold on one second.
Donnie's the superstar.
Let's see.
Oh, it went for WeTransfer. It went to WeTransfer.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't load on YouTube.
Okay, 1 second, guys.
I've just learned to use iMovie, so.
And it was WeTransfer.
Mm-hmm. This is just under 9 minutes, guys. Sorry, it's a bit long.
This might take, let's see. So it's taking a minute or two to download. While it's doing that, guys, the people that are suited for this program, like I wouldn't recommend the Master's Hammer and Chisel to somebody that has no baseline fitness level, or to somebody that has absolutely no experience lifting weights. Like Tammy said, it is primarily a weight training program, but it's weight training done in a way that you're going to burn a lot of calories. You're going to be breathing so hard. You're going to be sweating. And it has that cardio effect. But if you've never lifted weights, oh, here we go. Oh, sorry, guys. Wait a minute. Is everybody seeing that? Just give me a head nod if you're seeing. Okay. Yep.
Oh.
Go. We thought we had music for the whole video, but I guess not.
I guess I need some more practice on iTunes or iMovie.
iMovie. So like we were saying, you know, you look at some of this stuff and you go, well, that doesn't seem too bad. But when you start doing this for 1 minute at a time and
These
you're doing,
ones are 30 seconds.
oh yeah, these are 30 seconds. And you're combining that with like traditional weight training, it's just a training effect that I've never personally experienced before. And like Tammy's showing the option between the bench and the ball. You notice too, guys, that these moves are primarily core stability moves. Like you're using your core for balance and stabilizing in a majority of the exercises. So without you even knowing it, you're sculpting your midsection without even having to do crunches. And that was the thing that was really impressive to me, to see everybody's midsections, the way they evolved and developed. And we weren't really doing traditional crunches and the core training that most people do.
There's a lot of variations of these step-ups. I haven't shown them all. I think we got most of them there.
So what you're seeing is the bench option and then the floor option for people that don't want to go on the bench. These are going to kick your ass.
That's day one,
Just going to
guys.
say it. This is day one.
Chisel balance. He makes that look easy, by the way. It's really good.
A lot of core work. There's so much core work going on there.
Plyo push-ups. This is Autumn's 10-minute ab workout. Sagi's is all on the floor. I actually didn't show those moves because no bench was required.
That's it. Okay.
This was incredibly hard on the floor to the point the next time I do it, I'm going to be doing it on the floor.
This is where you see the difference between the pull-up bar with and without the assist band.
And again, you know, they look like basic pull-ups, but you could be holding them. They're delivered different in each video.
Yeah. I use the assist band at times too, guys. Like it just, like
1
Tammy
minute,
said,
yeah.
yeah, sometimes you're doing a minute of pull-ups, and sometimes they're asking you to do a 10-second hold at the top of your pull-up.
That's the ISO strength. Yeah, 10 reps, 10-second hold, 10 reps, 10-second hold, 10 reps, 10-second hold. That's a lot of pull-ups. This one's called Ice. This is a speed from Sagi.
Yeah, speed training, speed lifting.
You do 10 slow and then 10 fast. But they're the only two moves that have a band. I mean, you could probably use your weights for those as well if you didn't have a band.
Some of this stuff was unique.
This is Sagi. Sagi did a powerlifting series.
Twinkle toes. I didn't know she was putting that there.
Look at you go.
Agility training.
That's good core workout. 1 minute of those. These are
Killer.
These are like 5 pounds. This is a 5-pound weight exercise. I don't have the height, obviously, of Don or Greg Plaskett, but
You're up there.
a little bit of plyometrics.
All right. So this was a video, guys, that we put together that we're going to be sharing with our potential customers. So what we wanted to do for you guys, for anybody that's interested, we're also going to make the video available without our branding on it. So if you have potential customers that are asking you, what's the program about? What do the moves look like? Well, heck, you know what? I've got a 9-minute video I can send you from some of my, my coach friends that are doing the program, and it illustrates most of the moves in the program. So this video will be made available to you to share, use if you have people asking questions. And we'll take our branding off that version, so you put your own branding on it, so that they're contacting you and working with you. All right, so we'll do that. Let me just go back to stopping the share here. So the last thing I was going to hit upon is what Tammy and I have decided to do to really embrace this product launch and go to the stratosphere with it. And everybody here has an opportunity to do this because the timing of the year, you know, in the fitness industry, this is our favorite time of year. We're coming into the holidays. People are going to be enjoying themselves. They have their holiday parties. And then what happens? Everybody starts to think, oh man, I overdid it. Oh, it's New Year's. I am ready to get in shape. I'm ready to lose weight. I'm ready to achieve my goals and stick to it this year. What am I going to do? Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is probably one of the best solutions ever created for anybody that wants to get in shape. But like I said earlier, if somebody doesn't have a baseline fitness level and they've never lifted weights, you want to ease them into this. So what Tammy and I are doing, and what we would suggest you do, is get your challenge group organized to launch, say, sometime during the first week of January. Like your first real stick to it, no cheating challenge group. We would suggest starting it in January, because most people, even if they say, I don't want to wait, I want to buy it right away and I want to start doing that program, they're going to fall off during the holidays. They're going to fall off through Christmas, through Hanukkah, through New Year's. It's just too much temptation going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, you know what? We want you to get started. But let's start in a way that you're just going to start to sample the workouts. We want to get your feet wet. You're going to sample some of the workouts. And we're going to do some kind of cool theme like the 12 days of fitness. So on the first day, it's going to be maybe 3 of the moves done back to back for 10 minutes. On the second day, we'll grab 4 moves, go back to back for 15 minutes. You know, and we'll just kind of start them off really easy and then build upon each day so that by the end of the 12th day, maybe they're doing an entire workout. And that would be really, really good for the people that have never lifted weights before. Because if somebody goes into that first day, the first day is Chisel balance, which to this day is the workout that I despise the most, because it's such an ass kicker. And if somebody's never lifted weights before, and that's the first day of working out that they're going to do, they are going to come back to you and go, are you out of your mind? I can't do this. So you got to ease them into this journey in a way that they can feel successful. So if you just do a bit of a taster sampler, 12 days of fitness kind of thing, get them to buy the program, get started with Shakeology, the whole bit during December, but say, guys, our full-on 60-day challenge group where there's no cheating and we're going to follow this calendar to a T begins on January 4th or whatever Monday you want to choose once the holidays are done.
Or they could also do in the 12 days, like I said, there's 12 workouts in the calendar.
Right.
So you could do one of the workouts each day. So they're getting a sample to try every single workout for the 12 days.
You could do that.
If they wanted to, if somebody had a good baseline and wanted to get started, it would give them some familiarity with all the workouts as well.
Right. Yeah. And like Tammy said, if somebody is fit and they're like, I'm ready to go to that next level, like my going into this program, I was like, bring it on, show me what you got. And if you have people that are like that, what Tammy said, it would be great.
They might not follow the nutrition strategy or the program, but just sampling the 12 workouts would be really helpful for them coming into January and doing it for real.
Yeah. That would be our suggestion. But of course, you can be your own judge and your customers and what they're looking for. And that would be it. So we hope this has been helpful. I'm going to open up the chat box to see if there's any other questions that have come in. Thank you for the great comments, guys. Appreciate it. Let's see. Yes, I see that comment. You see a lot of the 21-day fix extreme moves, and they did do a great job in terms of the talent of both Autumn Calabrese and Sagi Kalev. Sagi Kalev, as we know, is world-renowned bodybuilder. He understands weightlifting, weight training. Sagi, or Autumn, the figure competitor, also understands weight training. Nutrition, man, they both understand nutrition. But to have both of their skills come together in what I would call this hybrid program, it's just a home run. Really they did a great job. Just going back, see if there's any other questions. When will our coach challenge group begin? Good question, Andrea Williams. Yeah, we're gonna finalize the date that we'll start our coach challenge group. Tammy and I are gonna run our customer challenge group starting January 4th. So we're gonna have our own customer challenge group going on beginning January 4th. But I do agree that we should do a huge team challenge group for coaches that want to be a part of it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of questions I'm sure that'll come out.
Yeah.
I've gone back through all of our feeds through our private test group, and there's probably little bits that'll come out of it that you could pass along or learn from, that you could pass on to your customers as well.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Question: do you feel like you could have received the same results without the performance line supplements? Tammy did, besides the creatine.
Yeah, I think a lot
She just took creatine.
I'm not
that was
sure
it.
many people in the test group did the full performance line.
Yeah.
For the whole thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's quite a few people in the test group, guys, that did not do the performance line. So the results can be that profound without doing the performance line. My professional opinion on that performance line is that it is of superior quality. Like the quality of what Beachbody has produced in that performance line is probably, among the best, if not the best out there. But there's a price tag to it. There's definitely a price tag to it. And you can get supplements that are also ideal, from other places, but quality can make a big difference. And certainly Shakeology. I mean, that's the no-brainer as far as I'm concerned.
There was one up here. The challenge group, the test group was very.
Oh yeah.
It was very motivating. I mean, you got 27 people that that when you come out the other end, you're going to be the first people kind of to market with this. We didn't have any idea that we were going to be possibly selected for an infomercial, which ended up happening. So I believe that you'll probably see us on national TV in the infomercial next year. Yeah, we didn't know that was happening, which is very cool. But knowing Beachbody's in there, Autumn's in there, Sagi's in there, they're commenting, they are motivating you. You've got how many people from corporate? There were like 6 people from corporate. There were a lot of people in that group. I think there were like 50, and only 27 of them were participants.
Right.
So, yeah, motivation was
huge,
high in that group.
And the other part about
really cool.
The other part about the motivation was that, and Tam and I learned a lot from some of these top coaches because they are the pros at running challenge groups, and to see how they were posting and what they were posting and the video clips they were sharing, like we were like, oh my God, we got to start doing some of this stuff. And it just took our skills for running challenge groups to a whole new level. And certainly when we'll have our coach challenge group, which other coaches, let's all come together and be part of a group where you can see how engaging and motivating a successful challenge group can be. And you can learn from those things that we learned and then bring that to your customers. And here's another thing, I don't mean to ramble here, but I think it's really important that you understand when you're signing up your customers, there's a tremendous opportunity to get people to become coaches right away. Because this is how I would phrase it to them. They're signing up for this program and they're coming in saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get results and I'm going to commit to it because it's the new year. It's in their best interests to become coaches and document every step of their journey. Like we were made to do that. They made us take photos. They made us take measurements, day 30, day 60. I'm sorry, day 1, day 30, and day 60. Like we were required to do it. But it held us accountable. And it also made us get really excited when we started seeing our results. We were like, oh my God, we want to share this. And upon sharing those results, our business is just completely igniting. People are flocking to our page, and they're wanting to come into our support group. So anybody that's going to come into this as a customer and get results, they're insane not to become coaches, document their journey, and start a kick-ass business when they're done with this, because they're going to inspire so many people. All right. And you as coaches, like, go into it with that mindset. Go into it with that mindset of, I'm going to get the best results of my life with this, like we did. And don't cheat one iota. Document your journey and share it and inspire people. That's how you'll help.
And don't be scared to take those before photos. I kind of regret, there's things that I didn't know, how to take selfies, and, so I would have done things differently, knowing what I know now on taking pictures and documenting some of those results. But the history, it's gone now. So I can only pass it along and help you guys.
All right. So,
and I think, another point I was just going to say about being a part of the test group, not just for Masters Hammer and Chisel, but I became friends on Facebook with those top coaches. And now in my news feed, I see their posts every day, and it's so helpful. So if you're not friends with, just pick out the top coaches in the network, reach out to them, be their friends on Facebook. You're going to see what they're doing, and you're like, wow, that's a really good idea. And they post some amazing stuff and you can clearly see why they're in the top of the organization. Really helpful for me.
Yeah.
Really inspiring and motivating, and the tips are fantastic.
Yeah.
Their daily posts.
Absolutely. All right. So if there's any other questions, go ahead and pop them in, guys. Oh, is there another one?
I think there was.
Oh, did you miss? Did you miss any days, and just make them up if you did? During our test group, Tammy and I
didn't miss one.
Tammy didn't miss one day. I missed one day. I was sick, and I was like, it was killing me that I didn't get my workout in, but I missed one day. Tammy did not miss any.
And then he foolishly did both of them back to back the next day, and Sagi gave him out.
That's right. I forgot. That's
Sagi
right.
called him out and told him he was a fool.
Yeah, he basically said you're an idiot. So
don't try to make them up in the same day.
Yeah, I know. All right. Anything else, guys? This has been recorded. We'll hang out for a couple minutes. If anybody has anything else that they think of, go ahead and type it in. But otherwise, thanks so much for your participation. And it has been recorded. So if you have coaches that were frustrated that they couldn't get on, we'll put up the link, and you can share this meeting with them. And we'll also put up the video of the moves without our branding, so you can share that if you have people asking what the moves look like. All right. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Good luck. This is going to be an awesome program. It's going to be huge. Take care.